Hi there, students. To panhandle. A panhandler. Panhandling as a noun. Okay, this is to beg. To ask people for money on the street. A panhandler, a beggar. But this is a beggar on the street asking for money. This phrase is perhaps a little bit rude. It's certainly not very polite. But to panhandle, to ask strangers, to ask people you don't know for money, particularly in a public place. Now, I know panhandling in some countries is illegal, and in other countries it's not. So a homeless man panhandling in outside the supermarket. Very often I know people who give things to panhandlers outside the supermarket often prefer to buy something inside the supermarket and give it to them when they come out. So this is to panhandle, to approach strangers, and you're begging for food or you're begging for money. Okay, so to panhandle, to beg, to look for charity, to look for alms. A beggar, a panhandler, a mendicant, a tramp, a vagrant. So to panhandle for money. Notice as well, the Americans also use this phrase, the panhandle, to talk about a part of Texas and a part of Florida. And if you look at the shape of the state, there's a bit that comes out that looks like the handle to a pan, and that is the panhandle. It's just a description of part of the state. So the panhandle of Texas or the panhandle of Florida. Notice as well this phrase to panhandle as a verb, to beg. This is an American phrase. It's not one I would use in British English. I think we have the image that the person begging has a pan or some sort of bowl with a handle to it, and they're holding it out for people to give them money. So to panhandle, to beg on the street, to beg something from someone. A guy came up to me and panhandled me for a cup of coffee. Okay, so to panhandle, panhandling. I believe there's a law against panhandling in the underground. Okay, so to panhandle, to stop people on the street and beg for them, to try to get money by begging, or this narrow strip of land joined to a bigger piece of land. The Texas Panhandle. So panhandlers living in the street. He managed to support himself by panhandling and doing odd jobs. There was a guy panhandling for spare change. A young lady came into the cafeteria and started panhandling for money. Okay, so to panhandle, formality. I think I'm going to give this a 4 in formality. Using a semi-formal conversation, semi-formal or informal conversation is best, or maybe just in a semi-formal writing. So to panhandle, to beg for money. The Brits say to beg, a beggar, whereas the Americans like this phrase to panhandle, a panhandler. Panhandle.